On Good Day Columbus this morning, he is now free and trying to get back to at least some sense of normalcy. Former Cincinnati Children's Hospital chaplain Ayman Soliman spent 70 days in jail after his asylum was revoked.
His story making headlines around the country. He was released last week, and now he's talking for the first time. Chris Arnold has his story.
I thought this country promised me a safe home. But obviously I was wrong.
Plenty of emotion from Ayman Soliman, days after being released from the Butler County Jail. He took me back to July 9th, just weeks after having his asylum status terminated.
You're going for this routine check-in with ICE. In your wildest imagination, did you believe that that day you were going to get detained?
I was certain that I'll go home. I was certain that this is over. And I'm happy that they talked to me because I answered every question. And I don't think they could take anything against me from this conversation. And unfortunately, in 2 minutes, they came back and said, Ayman, you're under arrest. And for the next 72 days, I was at the Butler County Jail. One of the most traumatic experiences in my entire life.
Tell me why.
For me, it was just a transitional period before I get deported and get killed.
Soliman says he spent hours in a freezing room when he arrived at the Butler County Jail before being booked as a detainee. He touched on an exchange he had with deputies.
They asked us to take off all of our clothes and strip naked, and so we can put on the jail uniform. I said, what are you talking about? I cannot do that. I can't actually strip naked in front of anyone, no matter what. And he started mocking me.
He says a typical day involved being locked in his cell for 19 hours.
Conditions inside the Butler County Jail for you, personally, can you touch on that a little more?
A lot of stress. You have to listen to the commands and orders.
During his time in jail, he was put in isolation for less than a week after he says he was advocating for space where he and fellow Muslims could pray.
Those days you're in isolation, is this the lowest moment you experienced in your 70-plus days in the Butler County Jail?
This was some of the worst. This is when my mental health started to just get to deteriorate.
At any point during your stay there, or not stay, but while you're detained, I should say, that you think, hey, I'm never getting out of here?
This was the case in at least half of my days, half of the 72 days. In the last 2 weeks, I came to the conclusion that this is over. There is no way I'm going to get out of here. When one of my friends would tell me, do you want us to stop by your apartment to take care of it? I say, why? I'm not going to go back anyway. Would you like us to turn your car engine on so the battery wouldn't die? I said, why? I will never drive my car again.
So that gets us to Friday, just a few days ago. Obviously a special day for you.
Friday was, I would say, one of the greatest days of my life. This is when I was reborn again. I'm just telling you, on Thursday night, I almost gave up.
Soliman took notice of all the support he received.
I thought by the time I'm detained, maybe the Muslim community or the hospital community will just protest once and it's over. But they kept doing that for the entire time, and I am beyond grateful.
Through all of this, Soliman lost his job as a chaplain at Children's Hospital because he lost his legal status to work here in the U.S.
This morning,